No, let's talk about something else that would hit people. And again, actually, poorer people. This is smoking is very much. It's a class issue now. It is now much more prevalent among people who are on very, very low incomes than people on higher incomes. But there's just a furious backlash already to what has been exposed on the front page of the Sun today. A plan which is in leaked documents they've seen show that Labour is looking at a ban on not just indoor smoking, but outdoor smoking. And we were just asking for your calls on this, and do get in touch, 0344 499 1000. I'd love to hear your thoughts on this. Now, you and I discussed this earlier. You and I are both non-smokers, don't like smoking, don't want to be around it. I was thrilled with the pub and the restaurant ban, having worked in pubs and restaurants for years. Can't bear the smell of it, don't want some. I mean, it's these people smoke a cigarette, but they have it sort of up so they don't have the smoke. And oh, no, but don't worry, I'll just have the smoke in my face. I hated it for years. I was thrilled by that. And there was a very, very solid health case for that, for people, other diners and for people working behind the bars and waitresses and the like. But there isn't that same argument when it comes to people smoking outside a pub, on a restaurant terrace, outside a stadium. I'm all for the ban on people smoking directly outside a hospital. In most businesses now, they don't let you smoke immediately outside the door because no one wants to walk through a plume of smoke. And even outdoors at a kid's playground. Seriously, if you're smoking in your kid's playground, I'm sorry, you're just an absolute arse. It's as simple as that. I can't think of any better word. But this is just such an extension of the nanny state. I don't like smoking. So you can't do it anywhere because it annoys me. And that's the tone it's being said in.
And that's the voice I hear in my mind whenever I think of it as well. You know, if I was in government, my approach to smoking would be people can inhale as much as they want. I'd ban exhaling if you've got anything in there. But you know, I totally hate smoking. I think they should have a banner on the immediate entrance to buildings and all the rest of it, and push people much further away so you don't have to walk out through a fog. But I think this is the start of a slippery slope. If they start,
it's not a start. Look, I mean, they've already made people move things in supermarkets, so you can't see, you know, chocolate and cake at the end of an aisle because we're all so stupid that we'll go, oh, I wouldn't have bought cake, but now I will, because we're that stupid. I mean, moving cigarettes behind counters and making them plain packaging. Again, I thought that wasn't necessarily such a bad thing. You're not glamorising. I remember, you know, the Marlboro and the Silk Cut and those iconic adverts. And, you know, there were cool brands and uncool brands when I was a teenager, which my friends and boyfriends would smoke. But I have to say, I mean, that hasn't had an impact. You know what's had an impact? One, banning people from smoking indoor pubs and restaurants and in offices. And I know loads of smokers who massively supported that because they said it made it easier for them to give up. They weren't sitting there having the pressure. But the other key thing was vaping. Millions of people have been able to give up because of vaping. Oh, yeah, and also the cost. Every time you put the cost up, most people who don't get them off the back of a lorry go, well, I'm not affording 15, 16 quid for a packet of fags. But the key thing is they then start going for vaping. They then start trying to ban that as well. Like, for the love of God, let people do some things that aren't healthy. I love a kebab. I don't have a kebab very often because basically you smell for the next week, to be fair. But you know, they're not that good for you, and they really aren't that good for you. But my God, they taste wonderful. I love all this. If it was up to me, I would live on nothing but fast food and booze and fizz. I really would. I choose not to. I want to be healthy. I want to. I've got. You know, I was an older mum. I want to meet my grandchildren. I want to stay looking decent. You know, for my husband. You know, and for myself. I don't want to live a long time. But it's my choice. It's up to me what I do. I don't know why. If it's not impacting other people, it's anyone else's sodding business. Yeah,
well, kebabs is one of those foods where you dream of having one when you haven't had one for ages, and then as soon as you've had it, you think, oh, why did I have that?
No, I never think that. Do you know what we have on our... I'm not joking, on Valentine's night? Kebab, bottle of good champagne, and a kebab.
I don't want to know where he proposed. No,
as my husband said to me, he goes, this is why I married you. This is why I married you. I've never been happier. Just sit there, grease dripping down you. Oh, it's beautiful.
But I think you know, the state controlling what people can and cannot do with stuff that's legal at the moment is the slippery slope to them controlling everything in our lives, and we should. They already do.
They're controlling our speech. They're trying to control what we think. They're trying to make us say lies like that trans women are women. That is a blatant, factual lie. But if you force people to say that, then, you know, that somehow they have control over us. Stopping people doing, as you say, legal things, making legal things, you know, taking sucking the fun out of life. It's making everyone has to make the same good decisions they have. Here's the thing, Keir Starmer, you've put a bit of timber on in the last few years, I've noticed. I mean, you've got quite a belly on you, quite a little chin on you. Oh, I mean, should we ban the things that you enjoy? Maybe we should force you to go to the gym, do some workout, maybe go on a little diet. Like, no, because it's none of our business what you choose to eat and how little you choose to exercise. That's up to you. It's none of my business what you do. It's none of your business what I do. Stop trying to control everyone. But they all preach. They all do the finger wagging. But they all do. There's always something that they do that they enjoy and they don't want touched. And that's where I learned the lesson, which is that I wanted, like, oh yeah, anti-smoking, anti-drugs, blah, blah, blah. And actually I realised they're going to come for my stuff next.
But even when beer and curry is banned indoors, you know, it's not, because it's a working meal.
It's a working... See what you did there.